We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?
Tiff and the Punisher, they won't back down. Fight for the children in every town. They are taking our kids every day. I shout them in and no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. And the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warring. Support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stop.
Go for it, Tiff.
Hey, everybody. So sorry we're late. We had to get everybody on, and there's a couple of personal issues going on. So that's why we're running late. Um, so today's Q&A, and I hope everybody is ready to ask some questions and get some answers. And we want Henry to go first. So if you want to bring Henry up, he can say what he does and how people can get in touch with him. Hey, Henry.
Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for having the show today, Tiff. It's always exciting to try to help people understand what their rights are based on what we've been through on hell. And my name's Henry Martaccio. I'm out of Connecticut. Please Google my name. You'll see my legislative complaints. My argument is the state is non-compliant of the ADA Title II, Title III. That's modifications of policies and procedures. I don't believe in Title I. That's an employee statute. People don't understand when they have to deal with the state government, ensure that they're not dealing with the EEOC, which is the Human Resource Department. I don't know the benefit I'm looking for. Again, I'm looking for a modification of policies and procedures. We all have medical rights that are being stomped on. Let it be like Tiff, you're court ordered to go to their psychologist or court ordered to go to their family evaluator, or it's disgusting what we're seeing. And again, what we're seeing more of the aspect of is the attack, I believe, on people with disabilities, people that are above 79 or 69, and probably an IQ that hits around 80. And what they're being done is they're being attacked for who they are and not claiming they have the skills to be a parent. I don't read that in the Constitution. I read it, these people, and again, guys, I would suggest you read the Olmstead decision, and it's our rights to be in the community as part of the community, and that means the same liberties of having a family. And I really think that we should be focused on that, ensuring that these people are adequately, how can I say, safe but not intrusive to their rights. Instead of like DCF would give out a child to somebody, pay them. Well, if the parent only needs a little bit of help with rent or a little bit of help with maybe something that they find dangerous, because we heard it all from people who can't drive. They're not going to be a good parent. They can't go to doctor's appointments because they can't show up to some court 2 hours away. That ain't my community. My community is in my town, and again, the network should be within the town. We hear of stories of, we're going to go ahead and have you visit your children under supervision. How is that a natural setting? These are questions that I would be asking. And again, we know the post-traumatic stress that comes from all of this. So again, if you just got PTSD, your ADA is there. But I love it when they say you have a problem or disease that's unknown, undiagnosed. Well, then how can you tell me that today in 2025, there's all these new diseases coming out or disabilities that make you such a bad person that you can't have this part of society, which is, again, the right to be a parent and again, right to family autonomy, because there's another aspect too that I would like to dive into, that a child learns from their parents multitude of skills, Tiff. And with those skills, I believe as a parent that we're instilling things in our children that we've had to gone through, because genetically speaking, I'm going to pass down my traits, my laughter, my what's funny, whatever the family life, how serious I take religion, how seriously I don't, all the way down. I mean, everything we learn from our parents, and it just doesn't stop when you hit 18. I think you still learn from your parents all the way to their death. And again, it's how dare the government, and even this fact of, which we'll all be facing it one day if things don't change, is the racketeering of the elder. This is a huge problem in this country, and it's disgusting. And everything they've done, there is no help. And again, I've tried all different avenues to figure this one out. And as we all know, it's a secret court. And my belief is the secret courts get their learnings from not only the Department of Developmental Services, the Department of Social Services. They've come up with that game plan, taught it to DCF, and now it's being taught to the family courts. And when does it end? I mean, seriously, you don't even have the autonomy to send your child to school and not slam you, or go behind your back as a parent and tell them, well, it's okay. You can, experiment being gay or whatever at 12 years old. No, my right say, no, this kid ain't going to have sex at 12 years old. Why do they need a Gardasil shot? Which don't even get me going on the vaccines, because as we know, I've been waiting 20 years. Which again, I had about an $85,000 trial that an MD doctor in the state of Connecticut was going to be detrimental. Some of you know I'm into the biomedical approach. We should be looking at the cellular level. So again, guys, it's a vitamin support. It is what we are. The studies are shown, again, early as the monkey studies that I'm aware of in 2004, they injected monkeys. More than half of them became autistic type symptoms. So again, what are we doing here today? I think less is best in everything in life. But again, for the guys that really need to understand the ADA, you do have protections. I need you to demand the policies and procedures. I need you to demand the 28 CFR 35.107 if you feel you're being discriminated against. And you can look at educational law, that there's a due process procedure that needs to be given. And I think when somebody comes knocking on your door, let it be the police, the whole 9 yards, they have an affirmative obligation to ensure and prophylactic protections must be given to the disabled to level the playing field, meaning to make it so that your disability is not the subject of the inquiry. It's fundamentally unconstitutional, since Congress found it that the disabled were the ones being targeted in 1990. And guys, this is the only civil right that covers everybody. Purple, black, I don't care what you are. I'll even go with being bisexual or whatever it is. Again, my feeling is that with this funding that the state receives for compliancy and their administrative duties, they don't have it. They haven't developed policies and procedures since 1990 in my state. So that means all the laws have been made have not taken into consideration of the needs of the disabled. And again, they should all have ADA advisory committees that are advising them of what the undue burden is to this, and how they're going to come over those technical barriers. It's called a transitioning plan. They're supposed to be doing these self-evaluations of the program, services, and activities. They're supposed to be offering goals. But again, guys, I want you to come back the first 4 episodes of when Darren gave me the pleasure of becoming part of the team here. And again, I'm always looking for people that are like-minded with me that would like to come on my show on Saturday nights, 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. It's called Equal and the Same. And I want a cartoon character too. I want to be Mr. ADA or the Super ADA. So we got to get Darren on that one. And but yeah, guys, I look forward to watching as long as I can. I might have to jump out. I'll sit quiet. But again, this is not about me today. I'm telling you, you have rights. They're being violated. When I say violated, again, once they turn around and they start saying you got a disability and you're incapable, well, what's the game plan? How are you going to educate me to come over? What effective tools are you going to give me to overcome, my disability and make me on the same level field as a parent who has no disabilities? So again, when we talk, it gets really deep into it. And guys, what you got to understand, Title II gives you the ability to give the greatest maximum protection to the disabled in programs, services, and activities. So when I say that, that means if I got it written here, like let's just say education, and the application can be applied to my needs at the family courts or CPS, then that's what they should be doing, guys. And again, if you need somebody with skills, I'm going to go crazy, but J feeding tubes and we hear a lot, the child has, fragile bone syndrome and shows up with bruises. This is where my opinion is it should be you're treating doctors or you're treating people that are the experts, and the courts need to make a modification to this service to ensure that the treating doctor does not get cut out of the loop. Because I'm telling you the truth, who is a judge who's not qualified to diagnose from the bench? I love that one. Oh, the parent was ironic in front of me. Listen, you have no idea. We're probably up all night long getting ready for the big hearing the next day. You can't sleep. So I already got the distress from that. The whole system has already come against me and tried to, take away something, and I got to defend my actions when there is no just cause, there is no warrant, there is no right to intrude. Other than we all know our kids are a cash cow, our seniors are a cash cow, our disabled are a cash cow, and this is how all the states are balancing their budgets, and it's sad, guys. But with that, I'm gonna let it go. And again, please look at my other shows, and I hope we can really bring this down the road and get more of how can I say, more into a helping situation of people. It's all we got to do is have one person like a Bill Gates or whatever and donate a $500,000, and man, we would have the best hotline and the best technical information and the best technical assistance out there. I thank you, Tiffany. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you. So the next person we're going to pull up, she does TPRs. Her name is Spanny. And she's the only person I know that can get TPRs overturned, and she's a great person. So Spanny, are you there? She's in Alaska.
Yep,
So.
just keep figuring out buttons. For some reason, it has my camera the other way. Hold on.
Okay. So it's early for her. It's not even 10 o'clock there. Sorry, Spanny. Thank you for coming on. I know you're in Alaska.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this, Tiff. You know this.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so there's a couple of things. I see Chris. Cool. Chris Nicole's in the chat too. Good. So I got a couple of things going on here. First, yes, I can help with TPRs. Unfortunately, I have to say this. I usually don't, but I have to say this. If you are in Africa or Australia or any of those other countries, and you want me to help you with a TPR, you're going to have to give me a few weeks to a few months to learn the laws there. I'll help you. Be patient. Now, another thing. If you're a newer client, because I know some of my new clients are on here, I am one person. Not 5 people. Not 2 people. Just one. Yes, I have an advocate I'm in training. She's a really good person. But even with her, you're going to have to be patient. 2 people for a couple hundred people does not work unless you're patient. And Tiff and a few others can actually say, yes, I've gotten more than 200 clients or their kids home, okay? It takes time. It takes patience. And you yelling at me on text message going, why aren't you helping me, is not going to work. If I ask you for something in chat, like, hey, I need a phone number and a short summary messenger, do it. I'm one person. I don't have a secretary. If you want the help, at least, try to come halfway and help me. Another thing is I'm doing, and it's almost completely set up, I just need a little help, is I have a complete app called Wicked Warriors Rise. It's almost completely done. I had to go with another programmer, and that's going to cost me another $500. So I do not know when I'm going to get done. I would love donations for it, but Tiffany has all my stuff for the donations for Cash App, Chime, whatever you want to throw my way. It's going to be around $500, but at the same time, I have messaging boards set up. I have a chat network set up. I have interactive classes that are with federal capital law, which I use to get kids home. The U.S. Constitution, which both Tiffany and I use to get kids home. I also will be having parenting classes in there. I will have educational courses for kids coming out of care that don't know how to do a certain application or taxes. I've got it all on the site now. And just working out kinks, and in order to work out the kinks, I need a programmer, and unfortunately, programmers are not cheap unless you have somebody in your back pocket.
Speaking of getting kids home, we just got one home that we got out of foster care. Well, we tried not to let the child enter foster care, but grandma did what I said, and now the baby's going home, and we worked on that case together. Or unless the baby's home now, right?
Baby's home now. Grandma did not send any of the belongings, not even shoes on the baby.
Wow.
Talk about being petty. I don't care if she bought it or not. It's for the grandkid. Quit being petty.
Yeah. So tell the people what courts you play in, because you play in the big boy courts.
I mostly play in Supreme Courts. I do know a little bit of federal. I don't like federal. I don't like family court. If you're going through TPR and you don't have the TPR done, I will wait you out. I'm not afraid to say it. I'll wait for that TPR to come through, and then I'll help you. I don't play in family courts. You want family courts? There's Tiffany.
Thanks, Spanny.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you, Spanny. And I do send people to you all the time, but if they need to find you, you're on Facebook, Spanny Brad. What are your other groups?
I got Wicked Warriors Rise. I have something that not a lot of people know I own, actually. Parents Against, I think it's Parents Against Child Welfare Services. I had that dropped on me like 2 years ago out of the blue. Didn't know I had admin. I woke up to it. I had to clean it up. It has over 5,000 people in it.
Cool.
It works itself. I just go in there and go click, click. Okay, we're good, and leave, and then come back in 3 weeks.
All right.
I also have Wicked Warriors Families with Tiff. I'm also part of USA Family Class Action and all of her groups. I'm also part of a couple other groups, which I have admin into, and don't ask me how many places I have admin. I lost count a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Nita, my little house elf, who is also my secretary, she will be getting her kid home soon. It's going to be a couple months because we're waiting for the judge to come back. But with the way all the court stuff's reading, she'll probably have her kid home so she can go home to Kentucky.
Wow.
Is there any questions for me?
Not right now. Oh, wait, we
them.
do have a question. Come here. Hold on,
You have a
Spanny.
light?
So my question is, what do we do when they're refusing to get a TPR because they're refusing to recognize you as the child's father, and now your child's up for adoption?
Oh, damn, Spanny, that's a good one. Hold on, come talk. Yeah, we got to find a mic that works.
So my
Hi,
question is,
people.
if they're refusing to get a TPR against you because they're refusing to recognize you as the child's father, and now your child's up for adoption, but you're on the child's birth certificate as father.
All right, you're gonna have to repeat that, Tiffany.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're not getting a TPR against me for my child because I'm a trans man. They're refusing to recognize me as my child's father, even though I'm on her birth certificates, and now my daughter's up for adoption. How do I stop the adoption proceedings when I haven't even been ordered a TPR?
Has he done an intervention?
I have all my rights to my child. Nothing has been removed from me because they refuse to recognize me. Judge Payne in Lynchburg City Court, JDR Court on 2A, refuses to recognize me as my child's father. Said it in open court, he will never recognize me as my 11 Negus' father. And now my daughter's up for adoption. How do I stop it, Spanny? Before I lose my baby.
Okay, your voice sounds familiar. I don't know who you are though. um,
I'm gonna give him your personal information.
yeah, that one's gonna. I'm gonna need to hear a little bit more about that one to answer that.
Okay. Before I leave here, I'm gonna give you her phone number.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Sammy.
Christian will be calling. I'm gonna give him your phone number directly.
All right, Nita just asked a question.
Huh?
Oh, Nita's in chat. I'm going me. So I'm guessing she has a question. She just needs to type it.
We got to move on. We got to go to Adrian now, but be watching for this call.
Okay, yeah. Definitely get my brother in here.
All right, Darren. Adrian, hi.
How's it going?
It's going. So first, tell people where they can find you because I just adore you so much.
You can find me at Mr. Obsidian 8009 over on YouTube.
You were muffled. Say it again.
You can find me at Mr. Obsidian 8009 over at YouTube.
And what about Facebook?
I'm dealing with some issues with that, but
Okay.
it's Adrian Black on Facebook too, though.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, but they tried to delete all of my shit. They tried to delete all of it. They tried to delete my Facebook, my YouTube. They've tried several times, but they can't do it. Because I'm never doing what YouTube says I'm doing, and I'm always able to dispute it. I use the Constitution to go in and dispute that, but I do a little bit of everything. I do. I've got knowledge on child support. I've got knowledge on CPS. I've got knowledge on pretty much everything that deals with the family unit. Okay, so that it even includes the elderly. I know what they're using. I know what they're using over here in these federal codes. That gentleman who was on first here today, I know what they're using in their federal codes. So I'm gonna get with you, Tiff, and have you forward that to him. Just remind me that it's under the elderly guardianship. So you won't find it under the guardianship and adoption.
Okay.
Yeah. So what they're doing is essentially they really are medically kidnapping all of your children. And I have a particular case coming out of Oklahoma right about now that it has me really infuriated, because what they did was they used a perjured sworn affidavit to get a writ of assistance, which is an unconstitutional instrument. That was a warrant. It was historically a warrant that they could issue without having probable cause, going in front of a judge and all this other stuff. So what I come to figure out is they took her children on a perjured writ of assistance and gave them back with medical conditions that they did not have when they took them, when they kidnapped them. And then they gave them back. And then they come back a second time and sexually assault her in her home in front of her husband. Well, her husband was in the other room, but still. These people, they don't care. They don't care about nobody, man. All they want is your money. Yeah. Any questions? I know that's a lot.
We'll come back if we have questions. We got to go to the angry citizen next.
Absolutely.
Thank you. What? Okay. Hi, Dana.
What's up, Tiff? Good to see you.
You too.
So you've assembled a pretty impressive crew here, so I'm optimistic. I needed a shot of optimism because I think I told you, and I told Darren this. I said I've been feeling a lot of anxiety, and I know it's about what's going on in our nation. you know, all the corruption, fraud, waste, the violence, the hatred, the whole thing is just so disturbing. And a lot of people are feeling it. So, but I've had, over the past few days, I've had a couple good, really good encounters that have given me some optimism. So I'm mildly optimistic, and I definitely respect what you and Darren are doing here. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised. I admit I did underestimate Darren quite a bit, and that was much to my chagrin because he is a genius. The guy's a flippin' genius. You know, he really is. And he's dedicated, and he's here front line in the damn trenches with you. So I'm happy to jump into the trench with you and fight this war and get some cohesion and unite, because, you know, everything that your previous guests have said regarding the most important aspect, which is the Constitution, and that we have been brainwashed in this nation to somehow believe that the Constitution can be bypassed if important people tell us that it's okay to do it sometimes because of an emergency or whatever, you know. And the truth, folks, so help me God, is this. And anyone in the comments, you think I'm wrong, you go ahead and prove me wrong, because I'm standing on this. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and all laws that are repugnant to it are null and void. That means all gun laws are unconstitutional. Okay, every time CPS agents show up at your house, these are basically completely devoid of any authority. They have no authority. They have no more authority than I do. I could come to your house. I could ask you questions and make sure your kids are safe and demand that you prove to me that you're not abusing them, and demand that you gain me entry into your house, and demand that I inspect your kids. And then I'm going to tell you, you know what, Tiff, I've decided you're a threat to your child. And by the authority vested in me of the spaghetti god, I'm going to take them away from you and give them to someone who will take better care of them, i.e. sexually assault them. That's where we are. They don't have the authority. And the more we learn about our rights in the Constitution, and the more you use the right language, that's why I put in the chat, kidnapped, stop. I shouldn't have to tell you people, I didn't even have my kids kidnapped. Okay? Thank God. What a horrible thing. What a horrible, vile thing. That's the work of the devil right there. Who can deny that? It is. It creates stress and terror and damage, and it's incredibly evil, just pure evil. And they're doing it without authority. And that is the word that you all need to start using, authority. And say this to them. This is what you say. The very first damn thing out of your mouth is this: I am a constitutional American. Number two, excuse my French here, I did not write this on the slide, but Tiffany will say it slightly differently, adding one word, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to come to me and tell me that you're going to investigate and that you're going to ask me questions and ask me to justify or explain my fucking self? Hell no. Okay, that's the attitude you have to take. And they're going to get pissy. That's what they do. That's what the devil's agents always do, don't they? They get mad as hell, don't they? How dare you? You respect my authority. I have this writ of habeas maximus confront us in front of me, signed by the warrant of the edict of the proclamation office of the, right? Tell them piss off. Come back with a warrant. You got a warrant? Get out of my face. And who are you is important, because it makes them name themselves and their claim to an office, their claim to a title, their claim to whatever authority it is. And get it on record, man. Report. As soon as they show up, record. Boom. You know what? Let me just go ahead and do this. Okay, who did you say you are? What's your name? Why are you on my property? I didn't ask you to come here. That's the attitude you take. So to memorize the few simple phrases, authority is important. It's critical, because we, the people of the United States, delegated limited authority to our government to do specific things. And what they did was they said, okay, now we have that authority you've given us to do these things. We're just going to start doing more stuff. And we let them get away with it. And they create agencies and bureaus, and they feed them with our tax money. And then they start spending more money than they're bringing in taxes, right? Then they invent the income tax to get more money out of us. Then they invent Social Security, and then they take that money and they use it for evil things like kidnapping children from loving parents. We let them get away with it. So now they're claiming authority they don't have. I'm very pleased that when Spanny Brat was talking, and she was talking about using the Constitution, and she's right. And we've been trained not to do it, haven't we? I've had specific encounters with bar attorneys where they've said, A very specific example on my YouTube BitChute channel. You can see some interviews I did with a gentleman in Boston. His name is Bill Gens. He's an attorney. And he was helping out the Massachusetts state troopers when they were being assaulted with this evil mandate that they had to get a toxic injection or lose their jobs. And he and I did some interviews together, and he talked about the phrase he used was we haven't done well, or we haven't gotten really good results with using constitutional issues. And he had a different strategy, and he's a smart guy, and in the long run his strategy worked. But we need to not do that. We need to make them force the issue of the Constitution, because that is where all of our rights stem from and are clearly established. So that has to be the bedrock of our arguments against these tyrants. So learn it as much as you can, know these phrases, and I guarantee you, folks, we'll see better results. And awareness is key, and that's what one of the other guests was talking about. I don't remember which one of you. I apologize. I'm old and I forget things. But and you were talking about this issue, and very importantly, that all of us together have to be aware of these things, promote that awareness, be loud, join this group, listen, participate. Darren's wide open, as you can see, to having guests come in, tell your story, and let everyone in America hear it and be as pissed off as I am. And I didn't have my kids kidnapped, but I'm pissed off that yours were kidnapped. I'm pissed as hell. So, and I'm willing to do something. I sent you a message, Spanny Brad. I told you I might be able to help you out in some ways. So connect with me after the cast. All right. So thank you all for listening, and thank you for having me here. I really appreciate you guys a lot. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Dana. Danielle's next. Hi, Danielle.
If my thing will come on, am I here?
First, again, I have to thank you for denying Virginia CPS workers their raises, not once now, but twice. I so appreciate you. I want you to tell people who you work for.
Work for the HHS. I'm a grant reviewer with, they put in proposals of these states. There's 17 of us, and we're the ones that approve or not approve the grant money that they get when they request for like raises and any federal funding. And we say the yay or nay. And Virginia just so happened to want more money for raises, and they had just got a 1.6% bonus in June of this year. So it's a no for Virginia, and I'm sorry, but it's going to be no. Yeah, because this funding that they just keep asking for any state it's ridiculous, because they're not showing where it's going to, nothing, and there's no improvements happening. So you know what, if it comes across my desk, no, sorry. So that's in warnings for any other state that just hope it don't come to me. So, but yeah, Virginia, shame on Virginia for asking. And then do you want to mention the school dealings, the education?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it comes out that it's not true, but Virginia, I hope to God y'all ain't doing this, taking federal funding from the education part for the schools, for these kids, that for CPS, and that, for y'all's raises, that's just wrong. So, so be on the lookout up there, Virginia. If y'all hear or see anything, please let someone know, let Tiff or somebody know, because that's word on the street is. So, y'all, we got to get these kids. These kids are missing. There's kids being abused, being locked up in facilities, being even the older ones. Like my son, he's older. He's 20 years old, and trying to keep him in a facility or keep him locked up or arrest him. I've learned this new, that autistic adults are getting more arrested than anything, because there's no mental health resources, or there's no community-based resources for these kids and these adults. So my yeah, I didn't know what else you wanted me to say.
Talk about your show.
Okay, so my name is Danielle Waugh. I'm from Georgia. I do the Unmasking Foster Care Corruption show on CPS Breaking News channel. I'm on Facebook. if y'all want to, I should have spelled I'll go ahead and spell out my last name. It's WAUGH. So it's kind of like you're learning kung fu or karate or something. Wah, like that's me. So my name is Danielle Wah. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok by that name, Danielle Wah. Or you can find me at Unmasking Foster Care Corruption. I have a Facebook page. I have a YouTube channel that is aligned with CPS Breaking News. I'm also on their website, CPS Breaking News. I'm a member of Birth Parent National Network, which is a big it's like 800 members and that resource to each other, and I've gotten more involved in that, and I think it's a really good, and there's a lot of people, parents that are part of it, and that's going to be a really good opportunity there for everyone and for me to learn more and learn from them, because like just one meeting that we had was just amazing. So and my heart, it's for the foster care. And the kids aging out of foster care and disabled, because these kids are being abused in these facilities. My son is a victim of this. He is not. He was kidnapped from Georgia. They had no right taking him. They sent him 4 states away, and he endured so much abuse. And it was like he was in fear, like he was in prison. I'm just telling you, I'm sure some have heard how the prison systems are. Well, just imagine a residential treatment facility like that. And why would they send a boy out of 4 states away from his home state, no family, nothing? And when there's facilities around here, especially, but there was no abuse or neglect allegations. So it's traumatized him. So we're working on that. I'm working to get him better. It's going to be a long road. But I'm also back to fighting for him now, because here we are. George ain't getting my boy. I'm sorry. George can kiss my ass. It ain't happening. So y'all just I advocate for parents, families. You can reach out to me anytime. I'm on, like I said, I'm on Facebook, YouTube. You can, if you www.cpsbreakingnews.com, you can find me on there. You can find all of us on there. Go check it out. Go watch our channel, and you'll get a lot of information. If you have any questions about like ICPC, anything like that, or kinship or guardianship, anything that has to do with foster care, and that's my strongest thing is foster care and kinship and guardianship, and just the corrupt bullshit they do. Like they are and also I'm getting more involved with the court part, so which is fun, because I can't wait till that all of them are messed up, man. Court clerks, all of them.
Danielle, what is ICPC?
It's interstate compact. It's where they send a child across state lines. They have to have an IC. Like my son, for instance, he went from Georgia to Texas. When there's 2 states involved, you have to have an ICPC request, and they are the ones that are in charge of making sure of the request of the sending and receiving states for the child to get there safe. And you have to have that interstate. It's kind of like if you're on probation or parole and you try to switch states. It's the same thing, but it's for a child that's in foster care, and you have to do an ICPC request, and to cross state lines, for them to move the child across state lines. So they oversee it for the safety of the child, really, but really they're messed up too, because they don't do them half the time.
Do you have a
Danielle? Okay, Alicia, send them my way. I'll be more than happy. And go ahead.
Girl, I just can't thank you enough. Every time I see your face, I'm just like, oh, I love that girl right there.
Look, I might be squirrely, I might be out there, but you know what? These people are crazy. They're crazy for what they think they're going to get away, and it's not going to happen. I mean, I'm that. Look, they want to. What is that? In my song I wrote, in Echoes and Hearts, they lit the match and we'll be the fire. Like, let's go. Like, I'm ready. Like, we're in this, and because I mean they can't like hide us anymore. We are the proof. We are we are living this. There's real stories, real families going through, real children going through unimaginable things and pain, trying to navigate through this system that is totally broken. And a system built to protect and strengthen families is tearing them apart and just leaving them I mean, and these people just think that it's okay. It's sickening. What did I say? They can't protect squat, and their children pilfering squads, what I call them, CPS. Like, just people need to have more courage. Go ahead.
When you talk to RFK, what does he think about all this?
Well, he wordy nerds, some wordy nerds come out. But he don't say that on the air. But yeah, he's in the couple little meetings that we've had. Like, I think it's been 2 so far. I mean, he's all about like the autism thing, like big time, and getting these kids. And I believe that the Trump administration as well, even Trump, they're really about to crack down on it. Something, in my opinion, from what is being said by RFK, that something's about to happen, because it's getting way out of hand, and it's like they're attacking harder on these kids, and they're picking on kids, and it's not going to happen. But yes, we are being heard, but we got to speak louder, because this is what I was told by them themselves, is that federal government has put the stuff into place. It's the states that have to implement it. Well, guess who's got to be the one to push the states to do it? We do. Us. So we need these people. I wish parents would, I mean, hey, if you got to use me, use Tiff, use somebody, get the courage, y'all. Cause I'm telling you, do not let these people bully on you. You don't realize how powerful you are. I mean, a parent does not realize it. And just think, like, y'all have to look out for it's called The Power of Parental Unity, and y'all just have to read it. I read a little bit of what I wrote, and it talks about the advocacy side, but it also talks about the home front, the co-parenting, like 2 parents, like a divorce, and just imagine what that can do. And when you unite, and the child sees you as, I mean, you have no idea what it, and these people wouldn't know what to do with themselves if we all. So speak out. Don't be scared to share your story, because I promise you, you are not alone. You are a lot more powerful than what you feel or what you give yourself enough credit. But if you need support, and always reach out to someone, because it's absolutely insane what these people are doing. I don't even see how they can sleep at night. I really don't. Like, I mean, but I mean, it's crazy. And I've noticed now the disabled is starting to be picked on more. And even elderly elderly with their property estates. It's a lot deeper than, it's in the probate, it's in the juvenile courts, it's in the superior. It's everywhere. In these correct child support, it's all over. And they need to be called out. And I
got a question for you, Danielle. Hold on.
What's up?
Do you want to be on camera? Okay, we'll come stand right here. You just so she can hear you. I'll turn it this way.
So question is if they take your kid to Michigan for the whole summer and you don't sign any documentations and she's taken out of Virginia, but they don't notify you or the mother, is that done violation, correct?
What was the status? Like, did they foster care have? Did the CPS have her?
CPS
and they took her. So where is she, in like a home, or is she with a foster parent, or what?
She was with a foster parent, but she wasn't in full blown foster care yet. She was still going through the investigation stages and everything.
So was she in custody or not in custody?
She was in custody.
She was in custody.
And they took her out of state without saying anything to them?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know anything until she got back. And I seen her on a visit.
Yeah,
and she told me that she just got back from Michigan.
They're supposed to let you know. They are definitely.
They are definitely supposed 2 days to get there.
Yeah, they are definitely supposed to let you know anytime they take your kid, like, and especially being in the first stages of, definitely. So if you want to give him my information, he can reach out.
I got you.
Yeah, because do you have family that could have got your your kid? Like,
They didn't give me the option because
They
I'm
didn't-
trans.
He's transgender, and it's just
So-
a fucking
I
mess. You
get it.
already know. You already
Judge
know.
Payne of Lynchburg City is just a discriminating asshole.
Just give him my info.
I got
Give him my
you.
info, and I
I'm
got
gonna
you.
give you
I
hers
will help
and
you.
Spanny's information.
Yeah, because that's wrong. Because that's like that's how they're doing these kids. They're like my son. They kidnapped him in the middle of the night and just showed up to visitation the next day, and my son was already in Texas. So I mean, and the crazy thing, the bad thing is, with my whole situation with me getting involved with CPS, my mother had guardianship since 2011, y'all, and CPS was never involved. Never. They've over a decade goes by. My mother passes away unexpectedly, and here they come in my life and just totally ripped it apart. 2 years. And it's just, I mean, but CPS, my kids were with my family members, and we left it like that for over a decade. And then my mother passes, and that's what they did. And CPS has never been in my life. They were not even involved at all. The judge even said there was no reason for them to be involved. So if they can do that and think, but it's all about this money. It's all about money.
Yeah.
That's what they're seeing with my son is money, and it's not going to happen.
Thank you, Danielle. Darren, who's
Thank you.
next?
Bye,
Probably
everybody.
We got Jess
Darren.
next, right? No, we got Jess next. We got Jess.
Okay, come on, Jess.
Come on, Jess. Where is she? Here she comes.
Hi, Jess.
Hi. All right. All right. What do you want to know? I know
Okay.
everything. No, I'm just
So Spanny does the TPRs, but you, from what I understand from Darren, that you actually have gotten some people's cases into
Well-
the courts and resolved even 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah, I think he's yeah, but it's because they don't tell you, like, if some of the court orders will say this is not an appealable order, which is a lie. So those are, you know what I mean? Like, because it's a matter of right. So if it was hidden from you, which usually the CPS cases are always the public pretenders that screw you over, right? The GALs, they will never tell you, or they'll say like, oh, we appealed and you lost, BT dubs, right? And then anything like that, it pauses the statute of limitation, period. And so if you find out 3 or 4 years later, then you can say, it has just come to my attention, and just you file your notices of appeal, because it's a matter of right. So there's always ways around. I feel like the district court paperwork are like suggestions, and you just have to find loopholes. And there's always loopholes to it. So yeah, it's pretty simple to do. I think everyone should get out of district court. There's nothing normal about that.
So
I
even
I wanted to say one thing, that Henry, as far as the ADA goes, you don't have to have a disability to invoke your ADA. Legalese puts you at a disability. So you don't actually have to list, like, that's a false, where people are like, I have to find, like, then they put something down, and then before you know it, the judge is like, now you're mental, take all these orders and classes or whatever. But invoking your ADA rights is, we're walking into like Mexico, right? The words aren't the words, and it's a different language, and we don't know it. So that actually puts us at a disability advantage as far as the ADA goes. So I just wanted to say that you don't actually have to have a disability. Legalese is a disability for you. So there you go.
let's say I got a quote unquote final order, right? It's a TPR, it's the final order. There's a 10-day grace period or whatever, but once that 10-day grace period's up, then you got 24 months, and that's spanning. So let's say 3 years have gone by.
What do you mean a 10-day grace period? What do you mean by that?
Anytime you have a TPR, I'll say here in Virginia, you have a 10-day grace period, right? Where
To
you
do
can
what?
appeal it before you go to, whatever.
Wrong.
So let's say 3 years down the road, I realize that there is no final order. What do I do? Just what do I do?
Well, I think so. There, I don't know who like came up with the number 10 days. Like that's not in any appellate court. I don't even like show me where an appellate court says you have to. If you go to like the appellate court project, you know how they have like those nonprofits and stuff, and they all of them say like I need an order within 6 months if you want us to help you, if they like accept your case. There's nowhere in the world that gives you 10 days to appeal an order. That doesn't exist. If that's like what they write down maybe on paper, but they lie. That's it. I like show me one state where you have 10 days to appeal a final order, and I will show you non-existent. That's not a thing.
And where can
So
people
that right
find
there would
you,
allow
Jess?
you, huh?
If they need you, where can they find you?
Um, I'm uh I'm always bugging Darren, but I'm on Facebook and TikTok.
Oh,
The
I'm not on
Talk.
TikTok. She's on
Yeah.
TikTok.
The Talk. It's under Jess Vranich on the Facebook page.
Okay.
Vranich.
I guess Darren, you're next. Thank you, Jess.
You're welcome.
And Spanny said get with her.
Huh?
Spanny said get with her.
That is so dirty, but I get it. Okay.
Only you went
I
there.
know. Oh no, you guys were all thinking it. I just said it. I don't know how to turn this off now. Am I right or not?
No, actually, I wasn't thinking that.
Well, that's because you were the one saying it. So you're the you're worse than me. You were talking about it. Okay.
All right, Darren, come on. We can finish the show.
Yeah, well, I'm Darren.
Show
I'm the
your face.
CPS Punisher. Nope,
Can you
not
show
right
your
now. I won't.
face?
Nope, no, I will not right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm the CPS Punisher. I'm the one that created this CPS Breaking News Network, and Tiff and I came together and we did this. I lost my kid. My kid was kidnapped years ago, and from that point, I started podcasting and screaming out loud about the CPS thing. And our mission is to abolish these bastards. And if you got anything that you can do to add to this, then please get in touch with us at info@cpsbreakingnews.com. We'd appreciate that. And yeah, that's about all I got for this.
Well, we're going to end in a minute, but I do want to say, first of all, thank you to all the people that we work with for coming on. I hope people that are here and out in the world and whoever watches this later on can find all the people. And this isn't even all the people that we work with, right? These were just a few. I hope they can all find these people because like I tried to get everybody does something different, right? This way we know that at least we put some of our advocates out there to help people because like I said, we all do something different, but we're all friends and we can all help each other.
Yeah, they can email us at info@cpsbreakingnews.com or check out www.cpsbreakingnews.com because everybody that you saw here today has a blog on that website, and all their information is there. So that's if you need to get in touch with them, if you missed how to get in touch with them or we didn't put it up there, just go ahead and go to cpsbreakingnews.com.
Yeah. And Tiff and the Punisher comes on Monday through Thursday, on Fridays, whatever time. And I guess we'll end the show with that. And I want to thank everybody who came in person and who was online. And I definitely want to thank all of our friends that came on. And I love you guys. Thank you.
Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't be the same without it, Tiff. Wouldn't be the same without a plunder. There we go. All right, let's try this again. All right, thank you, everybody.
I've never been a perfect person. Put the cart before the horse. A list of reasons, long as sermons, why I never needed God. Then I heard his voice, so sweet, it put me